Hey there, YouTube fam. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, a figure who has captivated global attention as an unlikely prince among others. From his unconventional rise to power to his ambitious reform efforts, there's no shortage of intrigue surrounding this enigmatic leader. So sit back, grab your favorite snack, and let's explore the unique story of Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. In the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, where tradition and conservatism have long reigned supreme, the rise of Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, often referred to as MBS, has been nothing short of remarkable. As the de facto ruler of the country, the 37-year-old prince has emerged as a polarizing and often controversial figure, championing a sweeping modernization agenda that has shaken the foundations of the world's most influential Arab state. Born on August 31, 1985, Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, often referred to as MBS, is the son of King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud and his third wife, Fatima bint Faleh bin Sultan. Despite not being the first in line for the throne, MBS quickly emerged as a key player in Saudi politics due to his close relationship with his father and his ambitious vision for the country's future. Unlike many of his royal counterparts who were groomed from birth for positions of power, MBS did not initially appear to be on the fast track to becoming crown prince. He was the fourth son of King Salman, who himself did not assume the throne until 2015 at the age of 79. For much of his early life, MBS was overshadowed by his older brothers, who were seen as the more likely successors. However, the young prince possessed an innate political savvy and ambition that would ultimately propel him to the forefront of Saudi leadership. After his father became king, MBS began to rapidly consolidate power, culminating in his appointment as crown prince in 2017 at the age of just 31. This meteoric rise was viewed with a mix of awe and trepidation, as MBS positioned himself as a bold reformer willing to challenge the kingdom's entrenched religious and political establishment. One of the hallmarks of MBS's rule has been his aggressive push to modernize Saudi society and diversify the country's oil-dependent economy. He has spearheaded a number of sweeping reforms, including granting women the right to drive, loosening strict social codes, and seeking to reduce the influence of the powerful religious police. These changes, while welcomed by many Saudis, particularly the younger generation, have also sparked backlash from more conservative factions within the kingdom. Perhaps MBS's most ambitious and controversial initiative has been his Vision 2030 plan, a wide-ranging blueprint to transform Saudi Arabia into a more globally integrated, technology-driven economy. The centerpiece of this plan is the development of a new futuristic city known as NEOM, a $500 billion project that envisions a high-tech, environmentally sustainable metropolis along the Red Sea coast. MBS has touted NEOM as the embodiment of his vision for a Saudi Arabia that is less reliant on oil and more oriented towards innovation, tourism, and renewable energy. However, the implementation of these reforms has not been without its challenges. MBS has faced criticism for his heavy-handed approach to dissent, including the imprisonment of prominent activists, businessmen, and even members of the royal family. His most notorious act was the 2018 killing of Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi, a prominent critic of the Saudi government, which sparked international outrage and severely damaged the kingdom's reputation. Despite these controversies, MBS has managed to maintain a firm grip on power, consolidating control over the military, security apparatus, and key economic sectors. He has also cultivated close relationships with powerful international allies, particularly U.S. President Donald Trump and his son-in-law Jared Kushner. This political maneuvering has allowed MBS to weather the storm of criticism and continue pushing forward with his ambitious reform agenda. One of the most intriguing aspects of MBS's rise to power is the way it has upended traditional Saudi power dynamics. As a relatively young and untested leader, he has broken the mold of the cautious, consensus-driven decision-making that has long characterized the Saudi monarchy. Instead, MBS has embraced a bold, risk-taking approach that has generated both excitement and unease among Saudis and the international community. Critics of MBS argue that his reforms, while potentially beneficial in the long run, have come at the cost of human rights and civil liberties. They point to the crackdown on dissent, the continued restrictions on free speech and political expression, and the prosecution of activists as evidence of a more authoritarian strain within his leadership. Supporters of MBS, however, counter that such measures are necessary to maintain stability and security in a time of rapid change. They argue that the Crown Prince is taking on entrenched vested interests and challenging the kingdom's conservative old guard in order to usher in a new era of progress and prosperity. Ultimately, the legacy of MBS will likely be shaped by the long-term outcomes of his reforms. If his Vision 2030 plan succeeds in diversifying the Saudi economy, creating new industries and job opportunities, and empowering the country's youth, then he may be remembered as a transformative figure who helped modernize a notoriously rigid and traditional society. However, if his heavy-handed approach to dissent and reform continues to alienate segments of the population, and if the kingdom's human rights record remains a source of international condemnation, then MBS could be viewed as an autocratic ruler who prioritized his own power and ambition over the needs and aspirations of the Saudi people. MBS's path to power was anything but conventional. Despite the controversies and challenges he has faced, MBS remains a polarizing figure both at home and abroad. His supporters praise his efforts to modernize Saudi Arabia and diversify its economy, while his critics raise concerns about his autocratic tendencies and human rights record. Mohammed bin Salman continues to defy expectations and reshape the kingdom in his image. Whether he will succeed in his ambitious goals or face further challenges along the way remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, the world will be watching closely as this enigmatic leader continues to make his mark on Saudi Arabia and the global stage. And that's a wrap on our deep dive into the intriguing world of Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content on fascinating figures and stories from around the world. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.